Hello friends, this is Dr. Shilpa Kapoor from Oriental College of Technology, Bhopal, and the topic of my video is nuclear reactor. Contains introduction, nuclear fission, chain reaction, nuclear reactor, working of nuclear reactor, nuclear fission. Introduction. Nuclear reactors are the heart of the nuclear power plant. A nuclear power plant works in a similar way as a thermal power plant. The difference between the two is in the fuel they use to heat the water in the boiler. Inside a nuclear power station, the energy is released by nuclear fission in the core of the reactor. They contain and control nuclear chain reactions that produce heat through a physical process called fission. That heat is used to make steam that spins a turbine to create the electricity. 1 kg of uranium can produce as much energy as the burning of 4,500 tons of high grade variety of coal or 2,000 tons of oil. In this year, we have produced nearly 35 terawatt hour nuclear power from the nuclear power plants. Figure shows the nuclear reactor core. For understanding the working of the nuclear reactor, we must first understand the process of nuclear fission. So, the process of the nuclear fission is the process of splitting of a heavy nucleus into two or more lighter nuclei, which is called nuclear fission. When a slow moving neutron strikes a uranium nucleus, it splits into barium and krypton along with 3 neutrons and a lot of the energy. From the equation, we can understand that when a neutron strikes the uranium-235 nucleus, we get uranium-236 nucleus as a product. And finally, the product we get are the barium 144, krypton 89 plus 3 neutrons and lots of the energy. The neutrons are produced are very fast and can be made to fusion another nuclei of uranium-235, thus setting up a chain reaction. From figure, we can understand the working. When the neutron strikes the nucleus, target nucleus, we see the 2 fission products and 3 number of the neutrons. Nuclear chain reaction. A chain reaction refers to a process in which the neutrons released in the fission produce an additional fission in at least one further nucleus. This nucleus is in turn produces neutrons and the process repeats. This process may be controlled or uncontrolled. From the figure A, we can see that when a neutron strikes the uranium nucleus, we get the 2 lighter nuclei and 3 neutrons. These 3 neutrons again strike the uranium nucleus. Again, we get the 2 products, smaller lighter nuclei or 2 fission products, and 3 electrons, a lot of the energy. This process continues, and this reaction becomes the chain reaction. And it is the uncontrolled chain reaction. To maintain a sustained controlled nuclear reaction, for every 3 neutrons released, only one must be allowed to strike another uranium nucleus, as shown in the figure B. When an initial neutron strikes a uranium nuclei, then we get the nuclear fission products and then 3 number of neutrons, in which 2 neutrons are absorbed and only 1 neutron is continued to strike with the another uranium nucleus. Nuclear reactor. Figure shows the nuclear reactor. The principal parts of the nuclear reactor are the core, moderator, control rods, coolant, fuel, radiation shield. Here the radiation shield is in the figure we can see that the radiation shield is the concrete part. There is a graphite moderator, boron control rod. We have used the fuel as uranium nucleus as a fuel. There is a heat exchanger and the radiation shield. So the core. Here the nuclear fission process takes place. Moderator. This reduces the speed of fast-moving neutrons. Most moderators are graphite, water, or heavy water. Control rods. Control rods limit the number of the fuel atoms that can split. They are made up of boron or cadmium, which absorbs neutrons. Coolant. They carry the intense heat generated. Water is used as coolant. Some reactors use liquid sodium as a coolant. Fuel. The fuel used for the nuclear fission is uranium-235. To protect the people from the radiation and radiation fragments, we use the concrete shield, which is the radiation shield. Working of the nuclear reactor. The figure shows the nuclear reactor. In this, the heat is produced in the reactor due to the nuclear fission, and there is a chain reaction. We can see that in the reactor vessel, we have the nuclear fuel, and control rods are also there. The heat generated in the reactor is carried away by the coolant or water circulated through the core. The purpose of the pressure equalizer is to maintain a constant pressure of 14 Pascal. This enables the water to carry more heat from the reactor. Here we see the pressurizer which maintains the pressure in the figure. There is a steam generator. The purpose of the coolant pump is to pump the coolant water under the pressure into the reactor core. The steam generator is a heat exchanger where the heat from the coolant is transferred on the water that circulates through the steam generator. As the water passes through the steam generator, it gets converted into the steam. Now we can see the turbine. When the steam is produced in the steam generator, it is sent to the turbine. The turbine shaft is coupled with a generator and the electricity is produced. After the steam performing the work on the turbine plates by the expansion, it comes out of the turbine as a wet steam. This is converted back into the water by the circulating. Here the feedback pumps pump back the condensed water into the steam generator. Schematic diagram of the nuclear power plant. To understand the working easily, I have made the schematic diagram of a nuclear power plant, and I will show you the schematic diagram parts one by one. Here the two loops are used, primary loop and the secondary loop. In the primary loop, we have the reactor core, which contains the fuel rods, control rods, and the pressure vessel. Now the secondary loop, which contains the steam generator, steam condenser, turbine, and generator. Now the nuclear reactor core. In the nuclear reactor core, we have the nuclear fuel, which is uranium-235. They are surrounded by a moderator, which is water or graphite, to slow the neutron released. Here we have used the control rods. These are basically used to absorb the neutrons. So the control rods control the rate of the reaction by moving in and out of the reactor. They are made up of boron or cadmium that can absorb the neutrons. Now the another part is the turbine and the generator. The steam drives the turbine, which turns the generator. The electricity is produced by the generator. Here the two separate systems are used to avoid the radioactive substance to reach the turbine. Now the steam generator. The energy released in the fission heats up the water around the reactor. The water in the secondary loop is boiled to the steam. From this nuclear reactor, we also get some nuclear waste. The nuclear waste are highly radioactive. Many of them have very long lives. The radioactive waste must be stored carefully. There are two types of the nuclear waste, which are classified as low-level radioactive waste, and second is the high-level radioactive waste. The low-level radioactive waste can be used for the cooling water pipes, radiation suits. They are stored in a storage facility. The radioactivity will fall to a safe level after 10 to 15 years. For the high level radioactive waste, these wastes are used as the nuclear fuel. They are very highly radioactive. They are embedded in the concrete and stored deep underground for the several thousand years as shown in the figure. Now the next topic is the nuclear fusion. The nuclear fusion is the process in which the light nuclei fuse together to form a heavy nucleus. We can see in the figure that when the deuterium and tritium nucleus combine, then we get the helium as a product, a lots of energy and a neutron. We can also understand the working from this diagram also. Here the red ball represent the proton, which is sign plus, and green ball represent the neutron. In the deuterium nucleus we have one proton and one neutron. In tritium nucleus we have one proton and two neutrons. When these two combines, then we get the helium nucleus, which is 2He4 as a product, and a neutron and tremendous amount of the energy. Now in this video we can understand the process of the nuclear fission. We can understand the working of the nuclear reactor and also the nuclear fusion. Thanks.